Yeah, I mean, we got Sonic Temple this weekend. We went over the rules of the mosh pit yesterday. Oh, by the way, Slipknot headlining Sunday night.
Yeah.
They got a new drummer because they parted ways with Jay Weinberg, their other drummer, Eloy Casagrande. And he said his audition process with them was so intense. He was talking to Brazil's Vega Sao Paulo and said he was asked to record several videos multiple times, had to spend 5 days in Palm Springs rehearsing with the band, said it felt like that the guys in the band were trying to test him in every way possible. They also asked him to record with them and get a feel for his songwriting abilities. And he passed it all because he's now their drummer. I mean, you're one of the biggest rock bands in the world. You gotta,
right?
And those drummers, man, that's serious business. If you've seen Slipknot live, what's going on?
I didn't get to see it, but Kelly took one hell of a selfie. I saw.
I didn't take it yet, baby.
That's what was going on.
The pose was happening. The lighting was being adjusted. It was impressive.
I was like, what is happening right now?
But no, I agree with every word you said. I think it's,
Yeah, man. You got to make sure that they're right fit.
Yeah.
All right, so the rules of crowd surfing, because that will definitely happen during Slipknot. There'll be a lot of mosh pits and crowd surfing during them. This one is, I'm kind of on the fence with this one, but every list has this rule: no phone. Put your phone in your pocket, secure it. You need your hands free to catch yourself if you get dropped. But man, if you see some people's videos, selfie videos, crowd surfing, that's kind of something at least a picture that you really want. Weight. Be under 200 pounds. I'm sorry. Sorry. I know that's disappointing for some people, but...
so we're fat-shaming the crowd surfers.
We're not fat-shaming, man. It's about safety. I'm not going to get up. I wouldn't do that to somebody.
Listen, Husky, crowd surfing ain't for you.
Right. It's not for me. You don't want to injure people, man. It's just... Especially if somebody's not looking, and I've had that happen. That big guy comes right into my neck, and it's like, oh, God, man. And then you're hurting all day. What?
I'm listening to your rules.
You're not. I know you won't do it. We're
Crowd
both over
surf?
200 pounds.
Everybody's going to drop me.
Well,
like I said yesterday, I'm not stage diving either. I don't need to see Moses part the Red Sea at Sonic Temple.
And speaking of being dropped, you got to be sure the crowd's dense enough. You don't want to go up in some thin, where people are kind of spread out. It's not going to work out for you.
3 people. What's crowd surf?
No, man. You can't. In this one, you're safe. Be sure that you're at a show where people should expect surfers. Well, at Sonic Temple, you definitely should expect surfers. Timing. Ensure that you will clear the barricade before the song ends, because when the song ends, people are not looking for you. You are going to get dropped.
I would suggest shoe type being... Do you have shoe type on your list?
Yep.
Okay. I was going to say, no one wants to take a kick to the face from a stray Doc Martin.
Well, and it's going to happen. I talked about it before. These girls who wear the high, heavy leather platform black boots... Mm-hmm. Please, I'm sorry, but people get kicked in the head with those things, man. It is not a good thing, so it's best just to wear tennis shoes, really. When you're getting lifted up, ask to be picked up. Don't climb up on people, just trying to get up, and don't constantly ask the same person. They want to enjoy the show, because I see people, they make it to the front, they run right around, come right back to the same place and want to go again.
I'm about to get blasted for this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Uh-oh.
If you are on the cusp of where you're right around Rick's weight limit, do you wear one of those signs like you see in the big box stores and say 2-person lift? I'm asking. That's an intelligent question.
I get upset with you for that one. Make sure you spread out. Spread your limbs out to help distribute the weight. Be stiff. Don't flail. That'll help, the passing. And make sure you're passed by the crowd. Don't try and force your way forward, because I see people they look like they're trying to swim. You know what I mean? It's like, no, just let it happen. Just ride the wave. Don't fight it.
Dude.
What?
Brandon said his brother's roommate broke his back at Rock on the Range when a large chick fell on him surfing.
Yeah.
Kim says she took 2 Doc Martens to the skull in 2019. She had a concussion that lasted from May until August, and she's still light sensitive.
The struggle's real.
Yeah. Follow the rules. Avoid kicking people at all costs. Feet up. No big boots. No big boots. Please. And say thank you to the bouncer who catches you at the end. That's important. Because that's what those guys are doing all day up front, man. Just catching surfers constantly. If you're not surfing and somebody gets dropped, don't help them up right away. Ask them first. Because if they suffered an injury and you help them up, you can make it worse.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Let those around you know if a surfer's coming. Because, I mean, I've been doing it a long time. I'm always looking back. Just like every so often, I just a quick glance back because I know they're coming, you know. And if somebody else is not looking, just say, hey, surfer's coming, you know. And don't launch somebody into the crowd. Lift them up. Let the crowd pass them. Again, just, you know, don't fight it. Just ride the wave. And like the mosh pit, don't push, you know, you don't supposed to push somebody into a mosh pit who doesn't want to get in. And I've seen it happen as a joke where people will pick somebody up and send them crowd surfing who didn't want to. And now all of a sudden, here they were right in their spot enjoying the show. And now they're getting passed across the crowd when they didn't want to do it. So don't be that guy and do stuff like that, man. So those are pretty simple, right? I mean, you disagree with any of those?
Oh, no. Bobby said my mosh pit would look like a girl fight, maybe. If we named Kelly's hug pit the Jesus pit, Derek said Jesus would turn everyone's water into wine and kick that party up a notch.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Which would be cool.
Let's see. Ramsey said, you don't want a 200-pound dude crowd surfing on top of you? Sideline seems to be like a place for you. Really? I don't know, man. I've been down in those pits for years now, and I have no problem with surfers. I have no problem with mosh pits. But when you get a really big dude, you know, he's got no shirt on and he's all sweaty, I just don't want him.
Hessler said there needs to be a designated surfing lane. Personally, I hate them. I'm here for the music, not to work out. Fair point.
Oh, I remember that Paloma. I even have a picture of it. Rick, he said, Rick helped my 10-year-old daughter get up for her first crowd surfing last year at Sonic Temple. I do remember
that's
that.
Nice.
I absolutely remember that.
You know what? Someone asked if we could post Kelly's... Becky, can you post Kelly's hug pit rules? You know, we should. We should post the surfing rules, the mosh pit rules, and the hug pit rules. That's a public
I don't know
service.
if I can
going
take
into
it because there's some people who are taking this so seriously, like calling me a Karen and saying it sounds like a worst experience in the world. Somebody's like, "Oh, Karen, are you going to have baptisms in your hug pit?" I'm like,
Somebody said that. I didn't catch that.
Night,
oh my
people.
God!
There's no
Just
water in the hug
literally.
pit. How are we going to baptize somebody? Hang on, let me get a bottle of Aquafina. We'll handle this.
Joe added one. He said, definitely don't crop dust while surfing. Your ass is face level. I agree.
It's the Morning Blitz